Hi everyone, my name is Julie. This is Keep Calm with Books and Coffee. I talk about books on this channel, mainly books about magic, and if you want to see more of that, you can hit the subscribe button down below. Today I am going to be doing my pile of possibilities for the amazing readathon that is happening in June. So I am equal parts nervous and excited for the amazing readathon next month. If you don't know what I'm talking about as far as the amazing readathon, I will have Bree's announcement video linked down below for you. This readathon is based around the idea of the show The Amazing Race, but you don't have to have watched any of the show in order to participate or understand what's going on. But anyway, I am creating a pile of possibilities because the prompts drop every few days. There are 10 prompts total, but we don't know what they are, and they are based around different cities around the globe. We will be traveling to different cities and getting different prompts essentially. And therefore, a TBR is pretty much just your best guess on what Bree might have in store for us and what you could possibly read. I am creating a pile of possibilities so that I have to scramble as little as possible for my next read when the prompts drop. So let's jump into it. If I've done my math right, there are 55 host favorites for this readathon that you can choose to get a bonus in your travel money. You can check out all of that in the FAQ, like I said, if you want to join this readathon. But I have a few of them already on my shelf, so I have picked these out specifically in hopes that they will fit a prompt in some way, shape, or form. The first is The Library of Unwritten by A.J. Hackwith. Then we have Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant. I also have Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe. And Funny Story by Emily Henry. So these 4 books, based on their descriptions, I think would all be sightseeing prompts for me, possibly if we get there. If it doesn't work out, that I read them for an actual prompt, because they are not my team genre. I have chosen team romance for next month, so these are not going to give me that bonus. Not saying I can't read them, but I would make them more of a sightseeing prompt in hopes that I can eventually get to them. I've also set aside all of the romance books that I have on my shelves. These are all the ones that I would consider like exclusively, predominantly romance that I have on my physical TBR. So out of about 90 books, I have, I think, about 10% being romance, so hopefully these will work for something. The first is How to Find a Princess by Alyssa Cole. I also have Wake Me Most Wickedly, my bad, by Felicia Grossman. I have In One of a Viscount by Lorraine Heath. Don't Want You Like a Best Friend by Emma L. Albin. Coffee Dates and Shipmates by Megan Becker. Swift and Saddled by Layla Sage. Electric Idol by Katie Robert. And Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. So these are all the ones that I have on my physical shelf that I think would be romance predominantly, that I would want to focus on for the prompt, the city prompts that we're going to get. I also have 7 Hoopla borrows that I get per month, and they disappear at the end of the month and start over. So in the next few days, I am going to use up the last few I have from my library in order to give me a few more options, because I have a decent stack of romance options, but I want to give myself a little more variety. So I've decided to pick up Ice Planet Barbarians, as well as Beneath the Sugar Sky, Written in the Stars, as well as The Care and Feeding of Waspish Widows. And then there is also a Wicked Villains box set available as an ebook that I think I am gonna borrow from them in order to give myself like 4 books by Katie Robert as possibilities, and also 3 in that series. If I would really like the first one, I could keep going into the second and kind of keep rolling with it. And then, so that's 5. That gives me 2 that I would choose of the 31st, like possibly after we get the first prompt, in order to like kind of give myself a little wiggle room there. So that's my plan. Then I'll get 7 more borrows in June as well. That would give me wiggle room, but I thought with that first prompt dropping on the 31st, I would be able to possibly use a Hoopla borrow if I don't have anything else to fit it. Then I already have these things out from my various libraries digitally that I am hoping to maybe work in. They're just things that kind of came across from borrows and I was hoping to get to before the end of May, but maybe I haven't, or I'm really excited for them and I am gonna try to get to them ASAP. And then I also have this set of things that are all on hold at my library, and I am hoping that they will come in over the course of June. A lot of these were books I delayed that they are only coming up as available for me starting at the end of May here in the next few days. So they will be ones that I will possibly be borrowing or possibly delaying a little bit depending on how many of them come in. Just to give myself a few more options. But that is my pile of possibilities for June. I know it's large. However, I just wanted to give myself as many options as possible without overwhelming myself. I didn't look at my Audible or Libro FM or my Kindle libraries. I just set them aside for now. I'm sure there will be things in there that I could dip into, and I pretty much know what's there because I don't have a ton in any one of those libraries, so those will be things that I could possibly dip into as well. But I wanted to focus on my physical TBR as much as possible and those library loans that I've kind of been, delivering later intentionally. So I'm really hoping to get to some of these in June. I'm sure some of them will work for prompts because the prompts Brie has been saying are pretty vague in order to give you a lot of options. So I'm really excited for these and I can't wait to get reading, be in the middle of the chaos, and have fun because it's going to be a great time. Anyway, that is it for me today. If you have any thoughts or feelings or want to share anything about the books that I talked about today or any of your thoughts on the Amazing Readathon, if you have any theories, let me know down below. I can't wait for the Readathon and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching and bye.